Well, welcome to the Living in Dallas, Texas team channel. My name is Levi Lassick. Thank you for joining us tonight. And we are going to have another live discussion, which I'm sure is just exciting for all of you. You couldn't wait, right? You couldn't wait for the live discussion. And I know you've got your popcorn ready to talk about Dallas real estate. We're going to cover some updates in the market, what's going on, what's new, do a little north versus south, right? So we've got some special guests again on tonight. I'll be bringing them up here shortly, but of course we got my main man, Travis. He's going to be coming on. Chrissy, who is the Wizard of Oz on our team, does everything behind the scenes. Although we're really trying to streamline that, but we still, she's still the Wizard of Oz. And then, of course, we're going to have Marina coming on here in a second. But I see several of you out there already. So drop some chats, drop some comments, let us know where you're from. And we are here for you. So please let us know if you have any questions. Throw those in the chat. We're going to get to those after we have a brief chit chat. Talk a little bit tonight about North versus Central and South Dallas a little bit. So let me see here. Let me see who I got. I don't know. Travis looks like he's doing some handyman work in the background there. Let's see if we can pop him up.
Got some technical work going on over here, man.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yep,
all right.
Yep.
You looking good though? All right. I
Thanks,
think it's all working there. Let's see if we can bring Chrissy. What's up, Chrissy? How are you?
Hey.
What's up,
Bring
Chrissy?
into the mix.
What's up, guys?
And now, are you ready for the special guest this evening? So the last 3 weeks we've done Dallas versus Houston, Dallas versus Atlanta, Dallas versus Austin. Clearly, Dallas won every single one of those battles. So it was amazing. But tonight we're doing a little North versus South. So we're bringing up Marina Franco. What's up? And you're on mute. So
There we go.
Not enough Zoom meetings yet, I guess.
I want everybody to hear the snoring bulldogs in the background.
yes.
That's
Marina
what makes the show so much better.
Yeah. Yes, Marina is a Bulldog fan. I really regret.
Two Bulldog fans here.
Oh, you're a Bulldog fan too?
Go Dogs!
Yes. Oh, those Bulldog. Oh, those Bulldogs don't count. So we won't get into that. I really regret. Actually, I should have just bought that shirt in Puerto Rico. I saw for you, Marina.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I just sent her a picture instead because I'm terrible. I'm a terrible friend. I should have just bought the shirt because it had a cool little bulldog. It was like, you ever seen, the Psycho Bunny shirts or in like the polos? Yeah, they got they got a bulldog shirt there. I think it wears a crown or something.
Well, I'm sure we'll be back.
Okay. Well, all right.
We're going just for you, Marina.
Thank you.
Just for you.
That's a date. That's a date. We'll go back to Puerto Rico just to get you the bulldog shirt.
There we go.
So, all right. Well, so Marina is part of our team here in the Dallas area. She covers mostly North Fort Worth, specializing in the colony and all around the lake. And have your own channel, right? Is it Living in North Texas? Yep. Mm-hmm. Living in North Texas. So if you want to check out Marina on her channel there, absolutely go check her out. And she's dropping some good videos focused on and around the lake area up there. So Marina, welcome.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Excited to be here. I'm good.
Good. So what's with the where'd the Bulldogs thing come from? Was that like from childhood or?
No, believe it or not, about 13-ish years. My husband and I lived in Midland, Texas. For all of you who don't know, that is far west Texas. And there was an English bulldog. We lived in an apartment over there, and there was an English bulldog sitting there. And I asked the lady, "Hey, friendly dog." Yeah, she just had puppies. Oh gosh. So I opened my mouth, told my husband. Next thing I know, I get a picture with him holding a bulldog. And it was around Thanksgiving. So that was our first bulldog, Roscoe. And since then, we have 5 of them. Unfortunately, Roscoe and Diva passed away. They were very old, so it's nothing sad, but been obsessed with them pretty much since Roscoe.
Well, I tell you what, there's nothing cuter than like a little bulldog puppy, right?
Yes.
Things are just like little rolls of butter and fat.
Yes. But I mean, I love them all ages and everything like that. So I'm also part of a rescue group here in North Texas. So that helps rescue English bulldogs. So.
Oh, do you want to, what's their name?
It is Lone Star Bulldog Rescue. And they've been in business. Unfortunately, they've been in business for a very long time. They've been rescuing bulldogs for a long time, but great organization, and I'm super happy to be part of it.
Okay, cool. Well, then, hey, Chrissy, do you mind finding that link? Let's throw that link in the chat. Why not? Hey, if anybody wants to help out with the bulldog rescue here in North Texas, then why not? Why not? Feeling a little charitable tonight, right? Lone Star Bulldog Rescue, right? Is that what it is? Okay. We'll throw that in the chat just for fun. That way, if you want to check it out and you want to rescue a bulldog or, make a donation or something, that'd be cool. So, all right, well, let's kick it off. What's new in real estate this week? I know for us, we see a lot of discussions out there about, especially on YouTube. Looks like anywhere you look, there's fire and brimstone and cities burning down and big arrows pointing down, price drops. I mean, we definitely are, seeing some interesting things in the market. I will say for us, at least on our team, I think this last week was a pretty strong week for us, and still worked up, at least 5 deals under contracts for families. And Travis, you could probably give us an overview on that a little in here in a minute. But Marina, what are you seeing around the Colony, Frisco, Louisville, kind of the areas where you hang out in?
So, as far as like the super hot market, right? I think that's kind of over, thank God, right? Which we're able to help buyers and sellers now. But I will say, depending on the home, depending on the price, I think I'm still seeing some multiple offers. I'm not seeing like the craziness, but man, if it's priced right and it's in the right neighborhood, there's going to be at least 2, 3, 4 people that want that house. But if you're still looking for a deal, I definitely think there's deals out there to be had.
Yeah, I would think so. What would you say to that, Travis? I saw you shaking your head over there.
No, I totally agree 100%. I mean, there are, I've had, it's crazy because just a few months ago, everything was 20, 30, 40 offers. And now, there was a little weird period of time, I think July, August, where like no one really knew kind of like what was going on. But like now we're starting to see trends in this market now that things are, they're still hot, but they're starting to normalize a little bit, right? So, and I think it like Marina said, it really depends on the house and the neighborhood, because I actually had a client this past weekend that was looking way up north in Denison, right? And you would think that a house up in Denison, it would just sit on the market quite a bit longer, but this house was priced completely correctly, right? And it went over the weekend. It went like from Sunday when they wanted to look at the house till Monday, it was completely gone and off the market. And that house sold in, I think, 14 days, right? So, that's a little longer than what we were used to just a few months ago, but that house sold in basically in the second weekend and it had multiple offers, right? So that was one situation. But then there's other houses where we can get it at list price, no problem. Like right now, I think is a really good time to buy, especially because the sellers and the listing agents, because everything kind of happened over the last couple months. So properties that they thought were going to sell in 4 or 5 days are now sit on the market for 60 days because they thought they could, incorrectly price this property. So, this house may be priced $50,000 over, and they may take, if it's $650, they may actually take $600, or, if it's priced right, sometimes you can even get the sellers to give you concessions. Like even if it's priced right on the money, you still may be able to get $10,000 or $20,000 in concessions, just because with this shift and all this craziness going on, the sellers, they want to sell their homes, the listing agents, they obviously want to sell the homes really badly as well. So I think depending on the neighborhood and the area, how quick you decide to move, you can absolutely find a really, really good deal. But if it's one of those gems, you're going to have to battle a little bit, but like you may have to go $10,000 or $20,000 over instead of $150,000, $300,000 over, so I think it's a really, really good time to buy right now for sure. And the rates have come back down too. So
Oh, but what would you say to the people that say, well, Travis, Marina, that's what you said 6 months ago. It was a good time to buy 6 months ago.
Well, Marina, you want to handle that? I can if you don't want to.
Well, I mean, and Travis has said this before, you don't wait to buy, you buy and wait. And I think home ownership is more important today now than ever, right? I mean,
Definitely.
you think about, we all rented, and, when we were younger and stuff like that. And I really feel like, renting is, it's not stability. There's no stability in renting. And I think when you have a home, I don't care what time, when you buy, good times, bad times, it doesn't matter. It changes your life. And it changes the trajectory of your life, right? You can do so much with equity and stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't care if interest rates are 2.5% or 18%, because back in my parents' day, they bought a house at 18%, right? And so I think any time is really a good time, whether I'm looking for a bargain or whether I'm looking for my forever home. I think any time is a great time to buy a home.
Well, and we want to and we want to clarify on that too. So, and we understand that it does come down to positioning as well. Sometimes people may be limited on cash or certain credit concerns, things like that, that may set them back a little bit to where they do need to wait. But ideally, it's what you look at is in times like this, especially as the market starts to normalize, and we say normalize, and Travis is talking about homes on the market for 14 days.
Yeah. That 60 days is more normal.
We're calling that normal, which, back in the old days, and I'm going to say the old days, not the 18% days, but the old days of 2 years ago, it was, 60 days on market was really good. I mean, if you sold a home in 60 days, that was amazing. And you could go out and you could look at homes and you could see 10 different homes and say, you know what, we're going to go and sleep on it. We're going to take some time and then come back 2 or 3 days later and make an offer on the house that you wanted, probably even a little bit under, and, still able to lock that up. But, now we are seeing a complete shift. I mean, I think in, not to get into too much, but we're seeing this, especially on the coastal states, with what happened recently. I don't want to say things so I don't get shadow banned on YouTube.
Yeah. Talking code.
Yeah. I mean, people, it's when you have the influx coming into the Dallas area for all various reasons, and the corporations that are moving here, the companies that are relocating. Goldman Sachs is relocating opening up 5,000 jobs. Caterpillar just moving their headquarters down here as well, right up there in Louisville. Is it Louisville?
Irving. I think it's Irving. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Irving right there. Caterpillar, over 1,000 jobs with that. And just even during 2020, there was 25 corporations that moved just to Plano alone. And I haven't even looked at the numbers for this year, or 2021, they moved over there for this year. So we're seeing this influx. Plus, they are now saying the reports are coming out that Dallas is the number one. It's one of the number one job economies and population growth. It's been the top real estate market for the last 10 years, for the last decade, and they're projecting it's going to overtake Chicago as the number 3 populated area in the country, behind LA and New York. That's a big deal. I mean, Chicago's been up there for a long, long time. So when you have that perfect storm, and what my point was getting back to what Marina said, which was, home ownership elevates you, puts you in a different position. This is the time where in downturns, or whenever markets start to level off, or even if they're, we are in a recession, but even if this were to be prolonged, you might see a little dip in home value. But over time, think about it. The last 5 years, the average homeowner has gained over 120,000 in appreciation in the last 5 years. And just like Marina was saying, that can be life-changing. That can open up other opportunities. I know several small business owners that have funded their businesses, not recommended, but hey, at the same time.
We're not financial advisors.
Yeah. Not a CPA, not a financial advisor, nothing like that. But the thing is that you have equity in your home that becomes accessible. A lot of people buy second homes or rental properties or things like that by being able to do that. As long as you have a good understanding of what you're doing, a house can be leveraged in several different ways, but also even that stability standpoint that you're talking about from a family, and making them feel more secure, and also like you're in a position. And ultimately, what we've always discussed with people is, number one, what's the reason you're moving? We're not going to talk anybody, not especially on this live stream, that you need to buy right now and you call us. I mean, we can't force anybody to do that. People call us every day because they have to move or they want to move, and they have situations that, it's their decision. And so for me, the way I see it, it's our job to get them the best deal in the market that we're in. And ultimately, you can always look at the overall market, but it comes down to one house too. And people buy homes in good markets, bad markets, down markets, flat markets, sideways markets. You can find a deal if you're patient and you're also, keep an eye open like that. So I think it's a great opportunity. And I know that somebody will say, okay, well, you said that 6 months ago. Well, even last month, I was just looking at this for the July report. Even in July, when they said July had, all these decreases, price drops, home prices in Dallas still went up 19% in July. Yep. And so I didn't really tell off with a question there, but does anybody want to throw some feedback in there? Marina?
Well, I mean, I personally think that, like you said, I mean, it depends on, your situation, right? But I mean, if you have credit, you would want to reach out to us and let us get you connected, because, your credit score and the score they use on your mortgage are two different things. So you may only have to do a very small number of things to get your credit fixed to be able to afford a mortgage. And then, of course, if you have problems with cash, now there are all these different types of concessions and stuff as well. So there's definitely ways to get creative. But, if you're on the fence and, you're looking at, making a move, I just boil everything down to a very simple math equation, right? I mean, you can't really beat the math, right? So, if you're looking at a $500,000 house right now, and let's just say that house goes up, 10% in a year from now, right? For easy math, $50,000 gain equity, you also pay mortgage down. So you have a good fair amount of equity right there, right? But if you wait a year and let's just say interest rates go up 1 point from 5% to 6% on $500,000, that's almost $100,000 in interest off of 1 point. So I look at it as like, hey, if I wait 1 year, I'm costing myself $80,000 to $100,000 in interest. I'm also costing myself, $50,000, $70,000 in equity. And if I'm renting, and let's just say that's $3,000 a month for another year, $36,000. Well, I'm completely throwing $36,000 out the window, and I'm paying 100% interest, because that's what rent is, and rent will continue to go up and up and up. So you're really paying a lot more money in rent that you could potentially get your mortgage for. So for me, I just really try to break it all down to the math. And if it makes sense to, throw away $200,000, then hey, throw away $200,000. Or maybe you're working on your credit and you just have no other choice but to wait. Then that is what it is. But even next year, it's still going to be a good time to buy, because it's going to continue to go up. Like we say, you marry the house and you date the rate. There's going to be good refi rates in another year and a half, 2 years. I mean, that's what everyone's saying. So, I think that the sooner you make that move, the more equity you get, the faster you get it. But again, it does depend on your situation for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize that there are programs, down payment assistance programs that can help them, not only at like the Texas level, but the city. A lot of times cities will have different grants and programs like that. And I just don't think a lot of people, I mean, I'll tell you my story. I was a single mom and went out to buy my first home. I didn't have any money, and I did a grant program, right? And so that helped with the down payment, and I was able to, get a house in Irving and, have some stability for me and my daughter, which was nice. And I just don't think a lot of people know that there are programs out there that we can help them. We can connect them to credit repair companies, legitimate credit repair companies. Yeah. Okay.
Wait, you mean not the ones from the little yard signs?
Like no.
At the top sign? No. Okay.
No. Or from like,
that's why my credit's not getting better.
Yeah. But I mean, letting us, we're not just here to sell you a house, right? We're here to kind of help you get to that point. And I think that's a lot of people don't realize that. That's what we're, real estate agents aren't just there for that. We're here to help you get from point A to point B to point Z. We all want to see you get into a house, and not just for the sale, but it just changes a community, in my opinion.
Yeah. And again, that's our job. When people reach out, then that's our job to do. And that's what I love about our business too, is that, it's inbound. We don't chase anybody down. We let them call us whenever they're ready, and they have their reasons that they want to move or need to move or have to move. And so our job is to get them the best possible deal. And yeah, I think it's a great opportunity. I mean, I tell the story over and over again. Whenever I bought my current house in 2019, 5% was the rate. And I didn't even think twice about it. Actually, that was amazing in 2019. It was like 5%. I was like, I'm in, let's do it. And, but I got a refi. I refied to 2.25 in 2021. That's pretty good. And, but still refi may not even, you get past a certain point too. You get a couple, 3-4 years in, that may not even be the best choice for you at that time either. So, you just got to evaluate that. And if rates are kind of, fluctuating like they seem to be right now as well, just kind of going a little bit back and forth, you're available to refinance after 6 months, typically. And so that's, once you look at that, it's a matter of, you can kind of play month by month as well. And if there is a drop or whatever the government or the Fed decides to do at that time, and they drop it a percentage point or something like that, then go for it, but it's got to be the right time for you as well. But otherwise, the economy here stronger than ever. Job growth is solid. Small businesses are thriving. It was actually, Travis, here's the deal. We were at this conference last week, and at this real estate conference, and it was I was talking to the Californian developers. They're agents, but they're also developers and things like that. And they're just they say at a minimum, it's costing them $100,000 just to try to break ground in California. So the builders are just so back, and that's just to get through the regulatory aspect to even get to possibly breaking ground. So you're talking about environmental survey. Just all these things hoops they have to jump through. They're like, you already know, whatever it is, add minimum 100,000 on top of it. And so you think about that, and here it's really not that much, the permitting, the regulatory, and not that you're going to get unsafe practices, but it's just, they're just reasonable here. And so they're able to build, but things like that in those areas are driving, those developers, business owners, investors to look in these other areas to where the cost is just much lower. And that's a big deal when you're looking at 6 figures or even multiple 6 figures differentiation on the price of something you're going to invest in. That is a big deal, And so the opportunities here, with at least the way Texas is running right now, extremely business friendly, tax friendly, small business owner friendly, freedom friendly, those types of things. And so it's just that creates an environment where the economy is going to thrive and continue to grow.
Yeah, it's funny. When I'm a Texas girl, but lived around, different parts of the country. But when moving back, it's funny, back in the 80s, I'm dating myself. Texas wasn't doing that well because we're an oil and gas company, right? We were an oil and gas town. And I'm not saying we're still not, but I think, Dallas and North Texas, let's just say North Texas, because that's who I think the best is. They've done really good in bringing a variety of businesses, right? We're not just oil and gas. We have medical, and we have technical, and we have this and we have that. And when I get questions from clients like, oh, should I worry about, things dropping off or my house value? I remind them, like, look, Texas is very diverse in the economy. And if one sector does go down, we have other sectors to lift it up. And I think a lot of people just don't realize that, Dallas Fort Worth, it's done a really good job of, diversifying what's out there for the economy.
Yeah. I like it. Let's check on some comments here. Let's see. We got Elliot in Myrtle Beach giving us the triple thumbs up, not a double, but a triple thumbs up. All right. We see you, Elliot. Let's see. Vince Morris is a local person, huh? He's out of Dallas. Good old Vince. What's up, Vince?
And here he falls asleep on couches a lot.
He calls them power naps. Let's see. Kia, what's up, Kia? Kia from Kansas City, living in Addison. All right. Well, Kia, tell us, what do you like about Addison? Tell us, what do you like and what do you not like about one pro, one con about Addison, Kia, if you're still there. Let's see. Blake, what's up, Blake? Good to see you again, Chrissy. I guess you guys have a history, huh? You and Blake?
Oh, yeah. I just talked to him today, actually. I did just talk to him on a video editing call. Awesome.
Well, there you go. And nice to throw in Travis and Marina. He didn't want to leave y'all out there.
Thanks, Blake, for the pity shout out.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, bro.
He was like, oh. He remembered where he's from too, Columbus. And Columbus.
Nice.
All right, Blake. Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you there. Let's see. Cynthia says, can't leave California yet. In about 4 to 5 years, I just explored North Fort Worth, Sanger, Aubrey, and Denton. I'm worried about small towns close to a lake. End up being too big by the time I move. Thoughts? Oh, great question. Marina, you're our lake life expert there. What do you say?
So, it takes, will they get bigger? They will get bigger down the road. But as of right now, I love Aubrey. Man, I think Aubrey is going to stay small. It's a small little town now, and I think that's just the way they want to be. Sanger. Yeah, I mean, it's they have some growth out there, but being super close to the lake up there, again, I just don't think it's going to grow as big. Some of these cities really want to stay kind of small. I mean, if you think like I said, Aubrey, Capel. I mean, if you haven't been out to Capel, right, it does not look like a big city. It definitely is, it has a population, but they just keep themselves small. So the thing about North Texas is we have a lot of land. We have a lot of places that we can build. And I don't really think there's going to be a super big explosion into a huge city that is now congested. I think they kind of keep that within the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. 100%. Yeah, I mean, Sanger is like a super small town, and like it's, my girlfriend in high school, she lived in Sanger, and I lived in Mesquite. And I always remember she was 60 miles from my house to her house, 16 miles.
Man, that's dedication right there.
Oh yeah, man, I was dedicated. We dated basically for probably like 8 years, so I know Sanger very well, and it's like that was like, I mean, I'm 32 now, so it's been 13 years, and like.
You're not 32. Wait a second.
I mean, 36. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was like, well, hold on. Oh my God.
It's been even longer. Hey, Levi, man, why are you getting?
Yeah, I'm 36 also.
Yeah.
And Levi's 36 too.
You old boy. You old.
Yeah. Damn, I really am creeping up on that.
I didn't even know they had highways up to Sanger back in those days.
They don't.
I mean, I feel like it really hasn't changed that much, but it's like if you want to be, like you said, like close to a lake, but it's like it's got a super cool country vibe out there. Very, very small town. Everybody knows everybody. So yeah, no, I totally agree with everything you were saying.
Yeah. And honestly, I mean, I had an ex-boyfriend that lived up there, Travis, probably before your girlfriend though. And
I guarantee you.
Yeah. But I was actually in Denton.
All your exes live in Texas.
That's right. I was in Denton, so it didn't take me that long to get up there. But I mean, it's grown some, but man, it still has stayed kind of small for everything that's going on, especially like in the Denton area. So, will there be some growth? Yeah. I think some new construction might go out there, which is nice, but yeah, you're just minutes away from the lake, which is, again, people want to be by that. They want to be by the lake.
Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to see. Let me see if I can share this screen real quick. There we go. So I was going to just show people on here what crazy folks are talking about. Yeah, here's Dallas. Oh, you can see my location right down there. Oops, don't come knocking on my door right now.
Yeah, don't be zooming in too close.
Yeah, so there's Denton, what Marina's talking about. And Marina said she lives in Irving, right down here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Sanger up here. You have Sanger, and then you have Aubrey right there. You can see Aubrey's just a little south of the lake. Sanger's a little bit closer. And, I'm trying to zoom on that one. Let me see. bringing in there. So yeah. So the thing is that there's a lot of growth. The main growth is really going to be happening up here on 289 and 75. So this is something I would say probably is going to be mostly built out first, is because Melissa's becoming popular, Anna's becoming popular, Van Alstyne, and then up in Sherman.
35,000 people slotted for like 335,000 people or something crazy like that.
Where in Salina?
Yeah, in Salina.
Oh, Salina, yeah, 378,000. But I hadn't, I'm over here on 75, so Salina's over here.
Yep.
But if we run up here, what TI's building their facility, their huge
keep an eye on Sherman. I think that's going to be the next big explosion, honestly, with TI going out there. They're trying to bring some semiconductor companies out there. I think that's going to be kind of like the next big explosion for the North Texas area.
Yeah. Yep. And then let me see. Let me get that out of the way. How about that? So then what Travis is talking about here, then you got up 289, which is Preston Road, and Prosper, of course. Prosper is really starting to take off. And then Salina is a population of 30,000 right now and already permitted for 378,000. So, and that's more than Frisco. Frisco's population is around 200,000. So can Frisco add another 100,000? They could probably pack them in there. But, that's the thing is people are always going to be willing to go. Salina is no longer, people don't look at Dallas as you have to be close to Dallas. Actually, if you're close to Frisco, that's okay now, right? So, and that's where I believe we're moving into the DFFW. It will be Dallas, Frisco, Fort Worth. You heard it here first on this channel. It will be the Dfw. The Dfw is what it'll be, DFFW. But all that growth is really moving up 75 and 289 right now. So I think just like Marina said, Aubrey, Sanger, you're seeing more new construction out there for sure. But I think it's probably just going to take more time to develop, and it's not a big focus right now.
Yeah. And I read an article about Aubrey in the Dallas Morning News. And even though they're going to put some growth, their major thing is making it still seem like a small town for the people that currently live there. They want to kind of keep that small town feel. And so I think that's, even though we're going to get some newer stuff there, I really think it's going to still have that really nice small town feel.
Kind of like Forney, right? I feel like Forney has a ton of new construction out there, but it just still hasn't lost. That's basically where I was born and raised. So I feel like it still hasn't really lost, its small town feel.
Yeah. They got a lot of horse farms up there in Aubrey, and I think they want to keep them.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
What's that pie place in Aubrey?
Oh, I cannot think of it. I know exactly what you're saying.
You would be thinking about pie right now.
Is it like, it's like Mama's Pies or something, right?
Yeah, you want a good pie place, you got to come to the Colony. There's Melis Pies. It's like Melissa, but she spells it M-E'-Lissa. And great pies. Great homemade pies.
Really?
Levi's Googling it right now. He's going to say, making a reminder for the weekend.
I'll bring you one Friday.
Yeah.
Well, there's like one little strip in Aubrey, and
there's a good pizza place up there too in Aubrey. I've been up there for a pizza.
Oh, is it world famous? Yeah, is it Mom's?
I think so.
Oh, and there's Ruby Kate's Bake Shop. So I think it's both of those. There's Mom's, world famous Mom's, and Ruby Cake's Bake Shop. So anyways, if you're in Aubrey, be careful. There's like one little strip mall with 5 stores in it. About it. Actually, check out our Aubrey vlog and you'll see that. Have you vlogged Aubrey yet, Marina?
I did Sandbrook Ranch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's one of the neighborhoods out there.
Oh yeah.
What do you like about that neighborhood?
They have cows. They actually have Oreo cows that live on site, and cool. And they all have names, which I love. And they have like this 2-story tree house that, for kids and adults, wink, wink. But again, it's just it's a nice little knit community, even though there's, several houses out there. It's just got that nice community feel to it.
Okay. Cool. Let's go to Lamina Arana, right? Lamina Arana, I would say. I think I got that right. Lamina Arana. Okay. Hey, chat helps a lot. All right. Well, chat away. And moving to Dallas in October. Let's right around the corner. All right. Make sure you Liliana Community.
Great community.
Okay. Is that in Aubrey?
Salina.
Oh, it's in Salina.
Yep.
And then paid $742K. Is it worth Highland Homes?
Yes.
Well, if you already paid, then we're not telling you. Okay. So that's
reach out to us first.
Yeah. I will say though, Highland is a good builder. So you got a really great home, and Highland is actually a Texas only builder.
There you go.
I do agree. I love Highland Homes. Mm-hmm. They're one of my favorite builders, especially for the price.
Very good. So you're probably okay, but next time you definitely need to give us a call. Yes, absolutely.
Call, text, or set up a Zoom call.
Unless that's just their screen name, and they really did call us maybe. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Vincent, he's just now getting around to laughing. Okay, good.
Make her laugh.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, all right. We got our answer from Kia Pro near all the restaurants and shopping, of course. Yeah, Addison, probably one of the best areas for food.
No doubt.
I mean, Beltline Road is restaurant row.
Yes.
Dude, it's just a great location too, because it's like super close to Plano and Legacy West, and the town, like the food halls. Like, man, it's a good spot for food, definitely.
Yeah, she says heavy traffic at times getting downtown. Yeah, I wonder if she's taking the toll. Tollway's mostly okay. Mostly okay. I mean, you pay for it, of course. That it's the tollway, but I always
coming down.
It's right there in that Addison area that backs up, and then it kind of breaks once you get to 635. But yeah, kind of that Addison area, it just kind of backs up a little bit for whatever reason. They don't know how to get on the highway.
Yeah, well, that's the problem is 635. It's like the on-ramp and the off-ramp come at the same time. That is definitely a design flaw where it's like
they spent all that money on it too.
Huh?
They spent all that money on it too.
Well, I don't know. They built it out well at 75 and 635, but yeah, the tollway and I mean, that's what they're charging us for, these design flaws. I mean,
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, man.
You like run it and it's the same thing. And then whenever you go try to get onto 635, it's the same thing. It's like the on-ramp and off-ramp are the same. So you're always like, okay, I go, you go, then I go. It's
but I do love how they built it like kind of underground, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's so much better. Like that one spot that you're talking about, like going 635, the tollway kind of hectic there. But like if you're just cruising on 635, I mean now you just head straight underneath all the traffic on top, and you could take that all the way to George Bush and just go, take that. I mean it's
about 80 miles an hour. Not that I've ever done that.
Yeah, me neither.
I tell you what, these engineers are genius. I mean, I can't, they literally, like Travis is talking about on 635, they built a highway under the highway while that highway is still functional. They dug out underneath it and built another 4-lane highway. It's amazing. And of course that's a toll road.
Yes.
Or, like Clyde Warren Park in downtown Dallas.
Yeah.
They built that over the highway, a whole park over the highway while that highway was still functional. It was the only part in Dallas where a highway like dips down in the middle, right smack dab in the middle of the city. And they're just like, let's just build a park over the top of that, which great use of space right there.
And great food.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They got all the food trucks around there. I mean, it's one of the coolest parks. By the way, you can see that in our Oak Lawn vlog, I believe. Yep. So, but it's an amazing park. And now when you drive, you drive through the tunnel but to build that park over the highway while it's still functional and to keep traffic, it just blows me away. However, for some reason, these people cannot fix 35 south of Dallas going to Waco. And it's a straight line, nothing around it. And they've been working on it for 20 plus years. I remember in high school which was, 24, 25 years ago. My God, they were working on I-35 from South Dallas to Waco, and they're still doing it.
Oh yeah. I think I think it's even before that time.
Is there like a shifting plates under there, or what? Every time they build something, it shifts and destroy. I just don't get it, how they can be working on that stretch of highway for 20 plus years.
Well, I think, 20 years ago they started, and then technology got better. So they're like, oh, we got to restart again.
Yeah, but I'm talking over here, they're building parks above highways.
Yeah.
They're building, even the 75 635 Mixmaster, like that thing, you just look at that thing driving through there and you're like, holy cow, that thing. Yeah. And they built that while, traffic is still functioning. It's just crazy what they can do. And then for some reason, the straight highway just stumps them. Yeah. Can't figure that out. Okay, let's see. Mason. What's up, Mason? Mason says, where's the cheapest place to live with new construction near the DFW Airport? That's all you right there, Marina.
Yeah. Go ahead, Travis. Well, my question would be, what is cheapest?
Yeah.
Because everybody's got a different definition, right? Somebody might think, 700,000 is cheap. So what's your definition, Mason, of cheapest?
I don't know. Mason looks like a baller there with his jersey on and a tie. I
like that jersey. That's sick.
Do you have a tie underneath his jersey? I don't know.
I would say, like, if you're in that $300,000 range and you want to be closest to Dallas, Mesquite. Mesquite has homes, new construction, that are like in those $300,000, $350,000, $400,000 range. If you want to go a little further east, you could go out to Forney. Then you're probably in the low 400s to 500, 600, 700s. And that would probably be the newest, or the cheapest. If you're trying to be close, and it also depends on like how close do you really want to be? Do you want to be 45 minutes, 30 minutes, 20? If you're trying to get new construction and be within 20 minutes, I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, he's playing Dfw Airport. So, really, you'd have to go a little bit more north.
Yeah.
To get, because you have a straight shot down 35 to get to the airport. But believe it or not, Denton is going to have, it may not, well, Denton is building some really good new construction homes that are fairly inexpensive.
Yep.
For what I call first time buyer homes. So that would probably get you the closest to like DFW Airport.
Yeah, you'd be right there with Mesquite because you're right here. Yeah. You're going to be, those would be the best two cities, I think. But if you're in that 300,000 or under $400,000 range. I honestly don't know if you can get new construction under 300,000 anywhere. Maybe if you're like way out in the country. Huh?
Yeah, I was gonna say way far away.
Yeah.
Like, you might be 45 minutes to an hour with that.
Yeah.
Well, you're both wrong. Okay.
Okay.
But the right answer is to give us a call. Give us a call. Give us a call, and then we'll. No, I don't.
We like to provide value up front.
Absolutely. So no, absolutely, yeah. But hey, who is that? That was Mason. Yeah, Mason. Give us a call. Shoot us a text. Send us an email. That's, again, we like to talk through these situations, just as Travis and Marina said. What is your definition in the first place? Of course, he'll probably throw it in the chat. So what is your definition? But ultimately, that's where we got to have these conversations and work through that.
Comments, man.
Okay, Vince is really just going way off with Dallas, Frisco, Forney, Fort Worth, the DF3W. Okay, yeah, perfect sense. Perfect sense, Vince. All right, what's the best part of McKinney to live in?
Well, I think any part of McKinney depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah. Really, truly. McKinney's, it's a beautiful city, very, very mature. I like Trinity Falls a lot.
That's a great place.
I like Stonebridge Estates. I love Auburn Hills. You got, Serenity out there. Like, there are some really good communities.
But what else is cool? Depending on what you're looking for, you can be downtown McKinney and have one of these really great older looking homes that have been updated.
Mm-hmm.
They look like Cape Cods and stuff like that. So if you're looking to be closer to what's in downtown, you got a great option there. But you also have some newer construction areas or newer communities that are just, that are just as good. So it depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah, you got a great mix over there. You got new construction to the north, some to the east. You've got the old historic downtown with all that whole several blocks of old historic homes. You've got those communities that Travis mentioned that are, a lot of those are gated, and you kind of hit a little bit. There's a little bit of some elevation change out there on that east side of McKinney too. You kind of hit a few little bumps and hills over there. You kind of start to move into that. So I think it changes it up a little bit. That's pretty cool as well. And then, I mean, you're right next door to Frisco, so you even got your own little airport over there if you fly your planes in and out, right?
I love the next comment on here.
The bullet train.
What up with the bullet train?
Yeah, the bullet train. Let's see here. I mean, I know that they approved all of that, and I'm assuming he's talking about the bullet train. He or she, I don't. RI is talking about the bullet train to Houston.
Yes.
So let's see here. Bullet train. I haven't heard the latest updates except for that it was approved and they're breaking ground. Have y'all heard any updates on it?
No, I haven't heard anything. It's gonna take as long as 35 down to Waco.
Yeah.
Yeah, we won't have to worry about that anymore. It says it goes up to over 200 miles per hour. It's crazy. You can get from Dallas to Houston in 90 minutes. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Southwest and probably cheaper.
I bet we can find something on media. Construction will take 5 to 6 years and will begin as soon as the Texas Central has finalized all its pre-construction permits.
Yeah. Oh, it got the federal green light. So that's the update I heard, is that they got, I guess, the federal green light to do that. So now they'll go for all the local stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
yeah, it's going to create 17,000 jobs. It's going to have an economic impact of $36 billion. It's going to take $20 billion to build the project. Pretty sweet.
Yeah, and they'll finish that before
they say it's going to be done fully operational 2000.
Yeah,
and you don't have to worry about taking 35, right? You just take the bullet train.
Well, it's saying right here that the commercial service is fully operational by 2026. Testing and commissioning periods begin in 2025. So it started in 2021 construction, according to this website here.
You can see we're all very concerned about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know everything I need to know now about the.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I knew. I was like, man, that's years away. So it's one of those things when we get a little bit closer to it, we'll get to it. So Ree lives in McKinney. All right, Ree, give us a pro and give us a con of McKinney. And what's your favorite neighborhood? What's your favorite neighborhood? So let's see. Let's see. Interesting top sevens. All right. Appreciate your content. Ended up in the column for checking out your videos and found some great value. Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah. Tell me about the colony, what you like about it.
Yeah, there you go. One pro and one con of the colony. We're just helping all the viewers out tonight. So we get the viewerships to chip in on the pros and cons of their areas. Let's see. For sure. I live in McKinney and it is great. All right. Thanks for elaborating there. Let's see here. Let's see. Lamina Rana. Let's see. If there's a hard soft recession year end, how much price drop do you think North Dallas, Collin County will? I
was like, wait, what?
I just like to read it as it is.
Well, I mean, again, like we get this question a lot from our clients, and we don't like to speculate on things, and we don't like to get emotional when it comes to, helping people with their investments and moving to Dallas and building financial wealth through real estate. This is something that we take very, very seriously. So the things that we are going to tell you are not things that we just made up because we want to sell you a house. We sell tons of real estate. We are not in any way, shape, or form desperate to sell anyone a house. So this is just truly, statistically speaking, if you look at the last 40 or 50 years worth of real estate, just because there is a recession, does not mean that there is going to be falling home prices. Okay. So that's one thing that all the experts are saying is just because that we're in a recession, typically when there is a recession, home prices actually continue to go up. Right. And then if you also look at the data for the amount of inventory that's in the United States and Dallas, we look at everything like hyper local. We really care about the Dallas Fort Worth market because that's what directly impacts us and our clients. If you look, there is just not enough homes for sale. There is historically low homes. We have, I believe right now, we have only a 3-month supply of homes. When it was super hot last year, there was about 2.1, 2.5 months worth of inventory. So even though, it's not near as hot, we are still extremely low. If you look at inventory back in 2007 and 2008, there was 10 months worth of inventory. So there was so much inventory in the marketplace that it really, really saturated. But even if you look back 20, 30 years, there's never been anything like that happening right now. Even if you go back, pre-pandemic, there was 5 months, 6 months, 7 months worth of inventory, right? So right now we just have really, really low inventory versus the amount of people that are coming here. Builders can't keep up. So the housing is going to continue to go up. Rates are going to, fluctuate up and down. Now, what a lot of people think is happening at the same time is they're seeing a lot of price reductions on Zillow, right? So they're naturally thinking, oh my God, prices, they're losing their value. That is not true. 9 times out of 10, when I see a price reduction, it's really bad location or the listing agents incorrectly price that home to begin with. What happened 4 months ago is you could price a home crazy, ridiculous high, and people would still bid $50,000 over for it. That's why every single deal we did had an appraisal waiver on it because, well, the houses weren't appraising for the value that they were having to pay for that, right? But now you can't get away with that stuff anymore. So what's happening is these people are overpricing their homes. They thought it was going to sell very, very quickly. And they realized, well, hey, we are overpriced. The listing, like we have to be careful with who we take as listing clients, sellers, right? Because we don't want to tell the sellers what they want to hear. We're going to show them the facts on what the house is truly worth. There are other agents out there that will tell you, hey, I'll get you $1 million for this house. But you know what's going to happen? Your house is going to sit on there for 2 months, 3 months. You're going to go through all these price reductions. You're going to give up everything. And it's just a really stressful process that's not good for anybody, right? So correctly pricing these homes is the key to doing this. So you're seeing a lot of price reductions on homes that were overpriced to begin with, or they're just in really, bad locations, right? Other than that, I believe, and I think all the experts, from the National Association of Real Estate and all these other people that are way bigger, brighter, and smarter than me, this is what they say. This is what they think. So I feel confident sharing that information with y'all.
Yeah. And even during the downtime, Texas still fared pretty well. We didn't have the amount of foreclosures and stuff like that, or short sales like both coasts did. So, I agree with Travis. I don't think we're going to see a big fluctuation of prices going down. It is that a seller has aspirational pricing, and unfortunately, the agent, is just going to agree with them, and that's what we're seeing is an adjustment to where it should be.
And then they end up getting into multiple offers, and it works its way up to the price that it was listed at. I mean, it's.
Harold Bryant says, haha.
It's a sick bike right there, by the way.
Oh, and a lot of those price reductions on Zillow are Zillow homes.
Yes.
You don't say.
They went they got a little zesty on there. Zesty.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, we're about to go through rapid fire. Of course, they piled in the questions here at the last minute, so we're going to go through rapid fire. Does Anna Melissa and Van Alstyne have mud taxes?
Yes.
Yep. Mud and or PID.
Yeah. It depends on the development.
Yep.
Especially newer construction. A lot of times you'll see that in new construction. If it's pre-existing, obviously no.
And give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. And happy to discuss that. Let's see. Do you think it's worth to invest in southwest area of Dallas, Trinity Groves, Oak Cliff area, or is there a new spot to look for?
Yes.
I think definitely. It's all going to go that way. Everything's going to get, it's going to get better and better and better as time goes on, I believe.
They're trying to revitalize that area and putting money into it. So it's definitely a good investment.
Yep. Yeah. And Trinity Groves is a really great spot. They definitely need some development outside of that main. As soon as you hit the bridge from downtown right over into Trinity Groves, that whole section right there, super cool, trendy, great restaurants, bars, apartments, building. They're starting to tear down a lot of the older homes. There's a lot of 50s and 60s ranch style homes. So they're starting to replace those with some new modern transitional looking homes, modern traditional. And then Oak Cliff, I mean, where Bishop Arts is, one of my favorite areas of downtown Dallas, or outside of downtown Dallas. Again, that's kind of like right over the bridge as well. They're doing major redevelop all through there, but a lot of historic homes, bungalows, craftsmen's all around Bishop Arts. But Bishop Arts is just blowing up, more and more businesses moving into there, and that will continue to grow out. And then, of course, in between that is Kessler Park, which I think is one of the coolest areas in Dallas. It's definitely a hidden gem and really cool. So yes, heading down there with family next weekend to check out the area. Any thoughts about owning a property expenses? I think give us a call. Is it really that expensive?
Please, and I'll dive into that with you for sure.
Yeah, and tornadoes. I mean, here's the thing: do we have them? We do, but I've lived here probably longer than most of these guys on here, and I've yet to see a tornado come down my street. So.
Yeah, I've seen a tornado twice. Mm-hmm. One when I was a small kid way out in the country. Didn't even get close, but I did see it. And then one, it was actually in downtown Dallas when I was in the car business. But
what's going on with this year anyways? There's no hurricanes, and we haven't – usually we get some tornado warnings.
Oh, for sure.
Now, the weather has been crazy. Like we've had over 100-degree weather starting in June, which never happens. And
now we're in the 80s.
Yeah, thank God.
I know.
It's like today I was going, is summer over? I don't know.
Yes.
Summer, and it rained a second time. I woke up this morning. I was like, is that rain? Do I hear it?
Yes.
I was like, nah, it couldn't be. And then I walked outside, everything was wet, and I was like, oh my goodness. What?
I had to explain to all my out of town clients, like, this is not normal summer. I promise you, this is not normal summer.
All right. Kia says first time home buyer looking for single family home under 400K in North Dallas. Awesome. Kia, give us a call. Shoot us a text or send us
Make sure you ask for Marina.
That's right.
Taken care of. And there's a lot of different areas. So we just want to have a conversation and figure out what area is best for you, because there's construction in that, that price range in a bunch of different places, but obviously a lot of factors on your end. So if you call in, just make sure you ask for Marina. She'll take good care of you.
There you go. Let's see. Sandra, Keller area is a good place to buy.
Yes.
I love Keller.
Yep.
Best area to buy condos or townhouses, 300K as a young professional.
Hit us up.
Yeah.
That was us.
That's you.
Peace. I don't know what we were saying there. What are your thoughts on investing near New Deck Park in Oak Cliff?
Sure.
Oak Cliff, like I said, they're pouring money into it. They're trying to revitalize it, and it's a good time to, if you want to invest in there, that it's a good time to do it, because they're really definitely, they're revitalizing it.
Yeah.
Give us a call.
Yeah. Which area is better to buy in Ellis County, Midlothian, or Waxahachie?
Oh, that's a good question.
I know, right? I think they're both nice.
Yeah.
I mean,
give us a call. That's
give
the
way.
I think they're both nice. I mean, I really do. I may lean a little bit toward Midlothian.
See, it's funny. I'd lean towards Waxahachie. I think they're putting more into it. So
I think you're right. I like the Midlothian. My family had a horse farm down there.
Yeah.
So but yeah, I mean, I don't know. They're both actually really nice cities.
Yeah. The cool thing, funny story about Waxahachie is of course I grew up in Stephenville, and Waxahachie had a pretty good football program when we were growing up. and Stephenville was terrible for a long time. And then we got Coach Art Briles came in and completely changed the whole football program. Yeah, he was my high school football coach, and I was in junior high whenever we won the first state championship. But the thing is that the game before the state championship, we played Waxahachie, and I will never forget. We were in a big stadium. I don't remember where it was at. Maybe it was in Irving. It might've been actually, yeah, it was at the old Dallas Cowboys Stadium.
Oh, that's badass.
And we were playing Waxahachie in the game to get to the state championship. And it came down, it was like neck and neck. And I remember they were ahead 21 to 14. And there was like 1 minute left and we scored a touchdown, got down to like 30 seconds or something. And Briles was like, we're going for two. We're going for two. I mean, almost no time left. The biggest game of our city's history and everything. And they threw a pass and they caught it. And we won 22-21 and went to the state championship and then creamed that team in the state championship. It was just amazing. And then we won the next year back to back. Actually went 32-0. They went 32-0.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But that game was just that it was such the game changer and such a gutsy move to wasn't even thinking about tying it up. It was just like, let's go for the win.
Nice.
So that was pretty cool. And then ended up 6 state championships.
There we go.
Actually 7 now, I believe. I think they just won again this last year. Let's see. Real estate insider. Irving. He's inside. All right. Let's see. Yep. I see a lot of new communities in Waxahachie. Okay, cool. Definitely. Yep. I love Bishop Arts. Yes, we do too. And in Corsicana, we played Stephenville. There you go. There's your Texas football history there for the evening. Round it out. So, all right. Well, that closes out the comments for tonight. Don't try to throw any last minute ones in there. See. But in the meantime, yes, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Happy to help you make a smooth move to Dallas. Marina. Up there. Yeah, you point up. Yeah, you point up. I point down. There we go. Right there. Marina, any closing thoughts as our guest of honor this evening?
Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. But I love Texas. I love the North Texas area, and if you're thinking about moving here, just call us and talk to us. You're not going to be disappointed. I promise.
There you go.
Do it.
All right, Chrissy, any last words?
We didn't talk at all tonight.
Yeah, so much to say.
Just enjoying the conversation.
Yeah. You had a good time in Dallas last week, right?
Oh, blast. Yep.
Did you color your hair?
No, I just put it up. I'm going to go get my hair.
It looks lighter. It looks lighter.
It's the light hair.
Oh, yeah, maybe so.
It looks curly, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did crimp it today. I went back to the 90s. Pulled out the old crimper from high school.
That's what's in right now anyways.
Are you doing the Rachel right now?
Yeah, you know what? I am. I'm channeling Rachel a little bit.
Rachel, yeah. Remember when everyone was talking about the Rachel?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
No, I don't remember that.
What? Shut up.
Y'all are much older than me.
Shut up, youngin.
Hey, he's older than me. He should know.
All right. Well,
good times.
Does it?
I'm
gonna go
after we bash everybody and their age. It's like everyone's feelings is hurt. We're all like, oh.
I'm gonna go get over it really quickly with this homemade tomato soup.
There you go.
All right. Well, y'all have a good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. And Marina, thanks for coming on. Chrissy, thank you for all your help and assisting us, as always, having our back. And Travis, I guess I'll probably talk to you in 10 minutes. Who knows?
Yeah, probably so.
All right. Y'all have a good evening. Good night.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.